Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. For those who not doing well, as always, I just pray that God give you a speedy recovery and that He heals you. And also, as always, to my subscribers, my A1s from day ones, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And for those who are new to my channel and subscribe, I thank you all. And for you all who viewing my channel now, if you hit subscribe, I will really appreciate you all. Today, I'm going to be talking on a touchy subject. Before I get on this subject, I want to just say my heart go out to anyone who lost a loved one September 11, 2001. I remember that day like yesterday. I remember exactly where I was. That was such a tragedy. It left a mark in my brain and on my heart. A tragedy like that, that person, if they was touched, hurt by that tragedy, they're going to remember exactly where they were. I remember laying on my mom's couch. My aunt called and said, turn on the news. When I turned on the news, I could not believe that that was in New York. When I seen the first building, Trade Center building, was coming down, I witnessed the plane going into the building. I could not believe what my eyes saw. I was like, is this really happening? Is this world coming to an end? I could not believe what my eyes was watching, what my ears was hearing. If anybody watched that and was disturbed by that, I just pray that God heal your mind, because every time I watch that, and I'm telling you, I looked at the videos. I'm not going to lie. I definitely got on the computer and looked at those videos after that happened, days afterwards. I was still in disbelief, like, did this just really happen? And seeing the Trade Center fall down before it fell, seeing people jumping out the windows to their death. It was just so heartbreaking, y'all. It was like something that we never seen before. Something that happened in other countries that we see, feel bad about, hurt to our heart that we saw all the wars in other countries. But when we seen this happen in the United States, I never forget it. I would never forget. Tragedies touch your heart, and it make you remember. Just like when my nephew passed away, I remember exactly where I was. When they said that my nephew was in a car wreck, and died, and I got that phone call, I remember being at the salon. I remember my hair being washed. No, it was getting permed. My hair was getting permed. And Pearl, my beautician, she said, Kathy, you got a phone call. I got the phone call, and they was telling me, what had happened. I was so in denial that what they were saying was not true. I told my beautician exactly what they said, and I kept letting her do my hair. I was in denial. This never happened like this in my family, where somebody who I loved died in a car crash. I was in denial. Straight up denial. I know they say 7 stages that people go through when they loved ones pass away. My first was straight denial. While she was doing my hair, I just sat up there and now I was thinking what Pearl would probably was like, this girl just don't have no emotion. Cause I kept letting her do my hair. She knew my family. That's my mom who used to do my hair. That was my mom's best friend. So she doing my hair, and I bet. And when I sat down, I told her what happened, and I sat in her chair, and let her kept doing my hair. I was in denial. I was like, "It's no way what I just heard is true." I was in straight denial, and I'm looking like that, and I probably when I see her again, I probably have to talk to her because she probably was thinking I was crazy. This lady just telling me that she got a phone call saying her nephew passed away, and she just sitting in my chair and let me finish her perm instead of saying watch it out and let me leave. I was in denial. And so when she went to wash my hair, to wash the perm out, reality hit. That's when reality hit me like a ton of bricks. My niece and my daughter, they came in there boohoo crying. Like crying. People, they had a barbershop in the front. You go through that door, it was a beauty shop. And they came in there screaming and hollering. That's when I broke down. I would say, this is true. This is true. My nephew gone. And that's when she washed my hair, didn't even blow dry it, put it in a ponytail, and bam, reality hit. So when tragedy hit, you know exactly where you were. When my dad got his had his first stroke, my mom called my job. Well, she called my phone. I was at work. It's just like, Kathy, Larry had a stroke. And I'm like, what? My daddy was 68 years old. He just recovered from radiation with cancer. But he was healthy. 4 months before his death, my daddy was doing pull-ups at the park. Push-ups. When I tell you he was doing pull-ups, 68 years old, my daddy was healthy. Then bam, strokes. Another one came. And then to a point, he had a stroke in his brain and he was unresponsive. Then we had got a letter from his wherever he went. He signed something and said that he don't want to be forced to live or whatever. So they had to pull the life support. You know, they had to take off the breathing machine because that was in his throat and in his nose. And so, bam, you know what happened after that? He only lived in hospice for a couple of days and passed away. You know, so I remember being at my work when I found out my daddy had his first stroke. You know, tragedy. People remember exactly where they were when a tragedy happened. And a tragedy can happen and you don't even know that person. But if it personally know that person. But if you have love and like a strong light for somebody, when something happened, you're going to know where you were. I was in a car when I heard about Michael Jackson. I was in the car, probably on, if I'm not mistaken, I was on US 19, but I remember being in the car with my mom. And on the news, it said that Michael Jackson passed. I was like, oh my God, he is one of my favorites. Then when Whitney Houston passed away, that's my favorite singer. When she passed away, I think I was home looking at breaking news, and they said she had passed. And that one, wait a minute, let me get that right. I was home when Michael Jackson passed, and I was in a car when Whitney Houston passed because my mom was in there, and I started kind of, crying, That's my favorite singer. And she was like, Kathy, you okay? You gonna be all right? And I said, yeah. So you don't have to physically know a person. You can love somebody, like somebody, have a strong like. And Whitney Houston, I love Whitney from day one. Everybody in my family know how much I love Whitney Houston. I mean, I used to sing to all my children, Whitney Houston's son. I believe that children are our future. You know, I used to say, all my kids, when they was your baby, young, not babies, but real young, I sung that song to all my children. I believe the children, you know, I used to sing her every song. Every song that she had that was a hit, I used to sing them songs. So that's a treasure to me. And somebody probably like, oh, that just, you don't even know her, da da da. You felt some type of way. Yep, I did. So this just to say, everybody, to all the people in 9/11, that the families, you just have to picture those family in different states who know their family worked at the Trade Center. When they saw what we were seeing on the news, imagine the pain they was feeling, knowing they had a family, a friend who worked in the Trade Center. People jumping out, wondering, was that their family who jumped out? Is it their family who's trapped? Was that family, their family, when the Trade Center went down, was it their family? How long they had to wait? When they pull up the bodies, is that my family who they found? You know, that day is a day to be remembered. 9/11, before that day, I didn't remember no 9/11. 9/11 was just like January the 1st, March 8th, a regular date. But now, every time, I don't care if it's not September 11, if it's February, well, which is my mom's birthday, if it's, so I say December the 11th, I wouldn't have remembered, 9/11 like I remember it now. I mean, this is touching. So that's why I had to just do some type of video to remember 9/11. I remember it in my head, but I had to do a video because that day was so emotional. I just remember just always crying. I think I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it was just being hurt, because I can't say I was depressed, because I think I was hurt so bad about what happened, because my heart went out to the families. My heart went out to the moment that that person decided, I'm going to jump. My heart went out to the people whose bike was burning before they made that decision to jump. It's getting hot. Either I'm going to burn or I got to jump. And when they made the decision to jump and seeing them bodies falling that I thought was debris, until I seen limbs moving and know that was somebody last moment, that's heartbreaking. So to every family, every loved one who was traumatized, who lost a loved one again and again and again, my heart go out to you all. And I know it's 20 years ago, but if I feel it and still see it as like yesterday, I can imagine how you all must be feeling. I hope that God heals your heart, that He turned your pain into something different. We love you all. We think of you all, especially on 9/11. Our heart goes out to you all. With that being said, everybody, love your loved ones while they're here. Any kind of grudges you holding, let it go. And I also have to speak on the people who died in the plane. I cannot speak about not speak about them. For the ones who all the ones who died in the different planes, anybody who died on 9/11 in that trade center, the train, even the people who was affected afterwards, who was inhaling all that dust, inhaling all that smoke, and passed on, who got long term, what is called, what is called, it's a name, terminal. Yeah, people who became terminal ill after inhaling all those fumes. My heart go out to you all. My heart truly go out to y'all. With that being said, everybody, peace, love. Don't forget to hit subscribe to my channel. Share my video. I appreciate it. People need to hear positivity. People need to hear love. People need to hear hope. So I love you all. Peace out.